Hey friends, we did some E major pentatonic recently, which is totally awesome. Let's review something like that, just to get you in the zone. Remember, E major pentatonic is like E, C sharp, B, G sharp, and F sharp. There's another E. So I'm up here at 12, 9, 12, 9, 11, 9, 11, 9, 11, 9, 12. Or, check this out, variation, very slight change. I kind of like going down to that 7 on the 5th string, the E root. So if you climb, go down wherever you want to, one or the other if you want the root. Oh, I was going to comment on some of the flat shapes of this scale. Oh, it's pretty obvious to see the 999. You can do just 2 of the 9s, the outer ones, or the sides. That actually yields 1, 2, 3, 4 different little voicings right there on the 9s. Any combination of those B, E, and G sharp notes. That's a really good launching pad for some soloing or something. Another flat shape you can't miss is the double 12s, which is a E and a B. Cool. And then you got your double 9s right there. So really, I guess you could make a giant flat shape there if you wanted across 4 strings, but I kind of like just those 2 as it relates to these 2. There's probably more of that, like you could flat shapes, and also here and here. So really every note on the 9th fret is in the scale. So I guess there's many more combinations than I even let on when I first talked about that little part. That sounds kind of, it kind of fights the sound. It's just because it's a 2nd and a 5th and a root. Or here's like a 6th, 2nd, and 5th and a root. So it kind of gets you a thick sound, but you could also I guess you can do I'm finding a lot more than I realized. Those sound kind of weird, but it's just something to explore. I really like the trebly high-pitched stuff. The 12s and 9s. Anyhow, that's just a little observation about some shapes within the scale. Here's another little shape you might want to pay attention to, is like the root and the 3rd. That's a 12 and 11 for frets, E and G sharp. It's kind of harmonious. If you added the B, you'd have a triad. That's a E, G sharp, B, 12, 11, 9. And you could use any fingering you want, pinky ring index or ring middle index. And you can get in the 3rd string. You could get in the 2nd string. And if you get your pinky on the 1st string, 12th fret, you've got a proper G shape. And that's very strenuous. So that's the concept of the caged system. You know how you move up the C, A, G, E, D shapes up the neck. That's the G chord going up, turning into an E chord. Ow. But that's horrible, isn't it? Normally, I always say you wouldn't sit around the campfire relaxing playing that. It's kind of a stress position. But it's something to think about, at least to understand the scale. It's kind of framed by that chord. So you can at least do the root, third, fifth. Now let's do an inversion and go third, fifth, root. That's pretty nice. That little move, you scoop. Root, third, fifth, root, or just do third, fifth, root. That's in first inversion. So that third is really melodic, the G sharp in the bass. And if you inverted it so you start with a fifth, that'd be the second inversion, I think. So the fifth B is in the bass. You could call it E/B. So you've got all these possibilities right within. So like I say, playing that full chord, that's got limited use, but the smaller parts of it those are more valuable when you're improvising, soloing, kind of making some fills. You know, if somebody's singing a phrase, you wait, then they finish their phrase, and you go, and then, you know, just sort of fill in a little space, a little musical call and response. Cool, man. So I just wanted to review a little bit of that E major pentatonic up here. See if you can work on your phrasing or make fun exercises. Put in a little vibrato, a slide, hammer on. Double stops, that's two notes at the same time. Cool. Yeah, the major pentatonic really is a gold mine. And it's pretty simple. You know, there's only 5 notes. The root, second, third, fifth, and sixth intervals. And then you've got your octave again. Not sure where I'm going with that, but somewhere. But you know, that's the point, is you can kind of daydream and just kind of exist and float around with the scale, and that's really relaxing. That's what I do late at night after I'm done teaching and practicing. I'll just kind of hold the guitar and work on shapes and moves and patterns, positions, and I end up inventing, you know, really wild stuff. And I wrote a chord out last night, but I try not to get carried away. Okay, work on that E major pentatonic, and thanks so much for checking out my channel. I'm going to go run a bunch of errands. See ya.